Greetings, I'm Kyo and I'm here to read a Katekyo Hitman Reborn fanfiction, Where There's a Will by Octoblink in AO3. This fanfiction would probably never be completed, but I wish to still read it anyway because I can feel the love and care given to this fiction. I hope you enjoy. Lamplit Prologue. The very weirdest thing, is that as Jonah makes his way down Nikishi Street at 11:30 p.m. in a hooded windbreaker and a medical mask, he isn't cold. Not for the fact that he's here, now, planning what might possibly be the stupidest thing he has ever done in his life. Not that he had lied to his mom about going to bed early, or that he had to check and make sure they had the first aid kit stocked up before he left. Not even, and that is a staggering caveat, that he has a distinct impression of a man walking next to him in a sweeping cape and suit. But when he looks to his left, no one is there. I explained that, says Giotto patiently. Dying will flames are energy. I'm more of an imprint. A genetic ghost. Yeah, Tuna remembers that conversation. It would be hard to forget the screaming and the throwing of objects, and the crushing realization that the little voice in his head had graduated to a full-on haunting. At the time, particulars of Giotto's physicality or lack thereof hadn't seemed important. Also, the ghost in his head has a name now. Apparently Suna's subconscious has a fascination with Italians. I'm not part of your subconscious, Tsunayoshi. The ghost sounds mildly amused. Right, because if he were, this whole problem could be solved by drugs and a therapist, instead of, stalking the city by night. I know, he says at last, shoving his hands into his pockets. I get it, really. And hands in pocket doesn't make a difference, does it? June is still warm in the damp night air, like he got a furnace in his stomach, radiating heat that makes the little drops of rain whisk into steam as they hit his face. And from the glow reflected light on the pavement around him, he knows that no matter how low he pulls his hood on his windbreaker, that pulsing orange flames is still gleaming on his forehead. Whatever's going on, whatever's Juna's turning into, there's no turning back at this point, because it's one thing to hide behind the back of the class when you're a skinny 100 pounds soaking wet loser, and it's another when you're not. It doesn't help that the steady pulsing of the flames seems to rearrange his thoughts, cast everything in a light of perfect clarity, set right and wrong in boxes with a disturbing stark line in between. You're learning, says Giotto. Let's go, he says, before he can think better of it.